Rise and shine, yeah. Rise and shine. Guys, happy Wednesday. How are you guys? Early bird, eat the fattest worm. Why not jump up and get up and come and listen to a great content? So I came packing this morning, you all. And I just hope you guys are having a great morning so far. It's gloomy outside rather, but they claim that they're blocking out the sun, allegedly. We get to understand that there's supposed to be a protest about blocking out the sun. And forever since, we also heard about climate change. So what is people out here doing? Playing God? I suppose, allegedly. Anyhow, let's get in. Grab your mom, your dad, your friends, your foes. Bring them in the life. And let we pull up in the content. Yeah, I don't watch nobody. Pull up in the ladder. I'm ready to spit some content. Pull up in the Audi. I am here to spill the beans. Pull up in the Audi. What are you guys doing? So 6:21 my time. Let's unpack this content. So from you guys see the people face up there, then you guys know we have their business over here. So let's unpack Tyler Perry. Oh my, our next rich black man ready to get dragged down in court. How much million, guys, this man is suing for? This stems from 2019, guys. Way back. We're in 2025. Dixon is the actor who came out and said basically, he's suing for 260 million by actor Derek Dixon, who accused him of sexual assault, years of sexual harassment, guys. And he's here. This is the guy who's saying that Tyler Perry make passes, multiple passes at him now. And sexual assault and all these details, all these ranchy, crunchy stuff, all these nastiness now, you all. In the past, they claimed that Tyler Perry was funny as hell, although he dressed like Big Mama, Black Mama, and All Mama. And he put a black woman in a light that she's arrogant, aggressive, and all. That's the only thing you could play. And the people them say he's funny as in the word funny. Never know that these things will come to daylight as in today, that they claim he sexual assault this guy. So can we unpack? Shall we? So people, I told you guys from the other day, no joke, that most of these black rich men are going to go down under sexual assault 101, and most of their money are not going to be left as no generational wealth. Okay, guys? The only person who's going to get their money is going to be the lawyers and the courts and the so-called victims that are out here. There's real victims, and then there you have so-called victims, yeah? Because you have some of these people are just money grabbers, and then you have people who are out here that really, are, had issues, had situations, what they're really affected, and they're victims out here. So we have to say kudos to them, and we have to say that they have the right to prosecute, and they also have the right to let their voice heard, and they also have a right to be in court. So don't get me wrong now. So let's unpack this content quick and fast. Tyler Perry accused of sexual assault in 260 million lawsuit filed by the Oval actor Derek Dixon. Okay? Tyler Perry has been accused of sexual assault and years of sexual harassment by actor Derek Dixon, who's suing the Madea creator for 260 million. Dixon, who's an actor on the Perry show The Oval, alleges that the movie producer made sexual advances toward him after inviting him to his home in Atlanta in January 2020. So this is basically 5 years ago almost, right? Okay. According to court documents detained or obtained by page 6 in the lawsuit, Dixon says that he drank too much and slept in one of Perry's guest rooms. He allegedly that Perry got into bed with him, had touches his thighs, but he rejected Perry's advances. Oh, Oh, skibidi doo doo doo, biddy boo 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 boo. Tyler Perry is being sued for 260 million by actor Derek Dixon, who's accusing him of sexual assault years after sexual harassment. Okay, let's boil down into the nitty gritty. Let's get down in the bottom of the soup. We're sipping. What says you? Let's get down to the rest. Dixon, who says in his complaint that the first met Perry after he picked him out of a crowd at a 2019 event and asked for his phone number for a possible role. Oh my. So imagine that you're not even an actor, possible not. I am not sure, but he just got handpicked. Say, hey. But you know, in the past, they said that people don't really out here because of their gifts or their, their skills. They're out here because they're picked by Hollywood or picked by these music people or picked by these movies people. And you're just picked out here to be the next in line. You're not really basically the chosen one, as in from the gift of your talent and etc. Okay, guys? Let's run on. All right? And asks for his phone number for a possible role. Further alleges that after getting cast in The Oval, Perry continued to send him sexual messages. The message in the complaint allegedly include Perry asking him his sexual preference and noted that he has sex with men. The messages in the complaint allegedly include Perry asking him his sexual preferences and noting that he has sex with men. Rated R, no kids. Dixon claims he again visited Perry at his home later in 2020. So back this up. If somebody's trying to do sexual advances of you, do you go in his own den, in his own camp, so he could corral you again? Make that make sense for me. Huh? Anyhow, Dixon claims he again visited Perry at him home later in 2020 in fear that Perry would kill off his character if he didn't. Oh no. So he's been blackmailed now? Perry allegedly started a sexual charged conversation, grabbed him by his throat, and told him, "Wow, look how excited you just got." Dixon says he was in shock and immediately tried to de-escalate the situation. According to the complaint, Dixon was scared his career would suffer if he bluntly rejected Perry and that he would lose his job if he complained about sexual harassment. Mighty God of Daniel. Oh, baba, 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 baby. The lawsuit includes years of alleged sexual charge text messages from Perry to Dixon, including one that reads in part, "I would FUCK you." Dixon is seeking 260 million in damages for quid pro quo workplace sexual harassment, sexual assault, and battery. Perry's lawyer Matthew Boyd called Dixon's lawsuit a shakedown in a statement obtained by Page 6. This is an individual who got close to Tyler Perry for what now appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam. Boyd's statement reads, "But Tyler will not be shaken down, and we are confident these fabricated claims or harassment will fail." Perry is the writer and director and executive director of the Oval and political drama soap that has been running since 2019 on BET. The show also has its own spin-off, Ruthless, on BET. Perry hasn't publicly dated anyone since 2020 when he split from his ex-girlfriend, Jalila Bekele. They share a son together, Ayman, who was born in 2014. So what says you folks? Do you guys think that Tyler Perry allegedly made these kind of advances towards this actor? Let's unpack this some more, okay? 1 second. Let's unpack this some more, guys, and see and try to figure it out if this really occur where Tyler Perry made advances of this actor and all of these, and grab his throat and all of these sexual battery and all of this claim. Do you think it's true? Although there's rumors out there allegedly about Tyler Perry and all of that, guys. Right? So let's unpack.
Filed a lawsuit against Perry, claiming that the filmmaker picked him out of a crowd at an event in 2019, asked for his phone number, and suggested that he might have a role for him. Dixon was later given a small role in 2 episodes in a show called Ruthless. But in January of 2020...
Imagine that. 1 second. Real dramatic now. 1 second. Okay.
Actor Derek Dixon is suing Tyler Perry and Tyler Perry Studios for alleged workplace sexual harassment, sexual assault, and battery. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, Derek filed a lawsuit against Perry claiming that the filmmaker picked him out of a crowd at an event in 2019, asked for his phone number, and suggested that he might have a role for him. Dixon was later given a small role in 2 episodes in a show called Ruthless. But in January of 2020, he claims Perry invited him to his home.
That's so fucking dramatic. It's the best.
So it's, to me, it's dramatic. This one is the best. We have to shout. So do you guys believe that Tyler Perry really did all of these advances, guys? You guys believe this is a next shakedown like the Diddy and everybody else situation? Or this is just Hollywood that everybody is just sexual and everybody just want to get it in anywhere, anyhow? Do you guys believe that this is a shakedown of any sort? Okay. So right now, Tyler Perry is in 260 million worth of hot water. Tyler Perry is in 260 million sexual assault hot water. Tyler Perry is the next one, is going down, they claim, in sexual assault hot water, guys. Okay? So let's unpack this one more time, where some of these people that don't know themselves. 1 second. I'm going to mute you guys, okay? I have to mute you guys because I don't want...
Filmmaker Tyler Perry sued for $260 million over sexual harassment allegations. The complaint filed in Los Angeles accuses Perry of creating a, quote, coercive, sexually exploitative dynamic with actor Derek Dixon. Dixon was in 2 of Tyler Perry's shows, The Oval and Ruthless. In a statement to NBC News, Perry's team says this appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam, calling the allegations fabricated claims. Let's bring in NBC's Stephen Romo, who's following this. Stephen, what more do we know about the allegations here?
Yeah, Tom, just going through those allegations in this lawsuit seeking $260 million in damages, alleging sexual harassment, assault, retaliation as well. The direct details include inappropriate touching. As you mentioned, Dixon starred in the
No, sir,
Oval
Tyler
with
Perry. They
Tyler
got you
Perry.
now, my brother.
And
Oh,
he
no.
released, we got this statement from inside the complaint. Tyler Perry has been using his power and influence to molest, abuse, and sexually assault impressionable and vulnerable employees and actors who look to him for guidance and mentorship while pursuing their dreams. So you can read from that. Implies there are more
Jillian
people
Faith,
who are
good
alleging this
morning.
than just Dixon.
Could
We
you
have a bit of a
imagine?
timeline here
No,
for
no,
the
no,
relationship
no.
that we know, the professional relationship between these two men and the
Can I interject? So didn't I not say to you guys, if you guys look at the content way back, couple months ago, or even weeks, I've been shouting, majority of these black men are not going to keep their wealth. Majority of these black men are not going to transfer no generational wealth. The only persons who are going to get their money is the court system, the so-called victims, and the real victims. Okay? And the courthouse. Anybody else ain't getting no more money. They're not keeping their money because majority of them are going to go down in sexual assault claim. Now it's the big bad Tyler Perry. They're gone down with Mr. Madea. In the past, they beat him and said that, you know, he comes out and he put out the black woman into black light because you know how Madea behave, loud, arrogant. So he basically backs up what society drops on black women, that we're arrogant, we're hard to deal with, we're this, we're that, we're loud, we're vulgar, blah. But nobody belligerent, nobody ignorant more time and loud at times, other than some people. But they claim Tyler Perry come out here and brought out that character that they always put on black women over the years, racism wise, bias wise, and he made that character and multi-million money off of that character, that basically summing up what society details about a black woman. Okay? Then in the past again, Monique came out here and beat him to scorn and said, Tyler Perry, you and Oprah, you and this, you hold me down, you underpay me, you didn't want me to pay. And we side eye and we kissed it and we roll our eyes and said, oh, Monique, calm down, girl, you're getting crazy. And we hear other things and we didn't believe it. Here come this claim now of sexual assault, 260 million having sexual battery. Could you imagine? Let's unpack.
Allegations made in this complaint, saying that they met in 2019. The lawsuit alleges that then their relationship moved forward with this professional advancement. And in 2019, Perry offering Dixon a small role in Ruthless. And then in January 2020, that is when Dixon accuses Perry of sexually assaulting him in his home. And in the following month, Dixon alleges that Perry offered him a series regular role in the Oval. Now, we do have a comment from Tyler Perry's attorneys saying that this individual appears to have been setting Tyler Perry up. They say that they are alleging that this is a scam and saying, quote, Tyler will not be shaken down, and we are confident these fabricated claims of harassment will fail. Now, we've also reached out to the attorney for Dixon, and he said that these allegations in the lawsuit stand for themselves. So just the very beginning of this process, but a lot of people are paying attention to this. Tyler Perry, quite successful, quite a bit of fame here, Tom.
Yep, it will get a lot of attention. Stephen Romo, thank you.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay.
Wow, 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 wow. So the black community can't get enough. We can't get a break. We can't catch a break, no? Yo, we can't catch a break, eh? No, can we catch a break from underneath the sexual assault? Can we catch a break from the Sodom and Gomorrah that they taught us in slavery days? Can't we not catch a break? Can we not catch a break? Okay, what about the Weinstein case? Do you see it anywhere out here? Nope. Do you see the hockey case out here? Nope. Do you see any other sexual assault that went down out here that don't look like us? Nope. Can't the black community catch a break from the sexual assault lawsuit and charges? So after one big mogul that is in court for days now the next one is end up in court. So what did I say to you guys? Look out for the rest of them to be lined up one by one until R. Kelly move over. Till everybody else move over. tell this one to move over, and the list is just going to go down in the slave pack like that to the prison line. Because remember, there's people out here in the prisons, in you know, the prison system that are buying stocks and bonds. Remember, they need to make the canoes here out here. They need to make the uniforms out here for free. They need to make the military gears out here for free, and everything else that they make in prison for free. Those picnic benches, all of those things for the parks, and all of those things. So the more you let out some, the more you have to drag back some. Remember, the prison system is a system where it's private owned and subsidized by the government. Remember, and prison is not made for dog and cats and rats and rats and of any sort. It's made for human beings. So I'm not saying that these things didn't happen, folks, but Tyler Perry, that the black community came out and said, well, Tyler Perry, we think you're kind of funny looking. We think that you kind of like men, allegedly, but we're not sure. Monique beats him. Tyler Perry, you underestimated me. You are a gatekeeper. You an Oprah. Yada, yada, yada. We thought the lady was a mad woman when she was out here speaking her truth of the black slavery, where people get paid great and some people get paid low. You have some people nowadays days, or some actors in Hollywood are broke, but they did some crazy ass roles that you'd be like, oh my, they're making millions. No, they're not. No, they're not. So when you really think about it, this man gone down now in sexual assault of 260 million of sexual assault gone down right now for Tyler Perry. Big lawsuit, guys. Big lawsuit. So when you really think about it, who else they're gonna drag down into this one? Remember, they almost got Jay-Z the other day, and Jay-Z was saying he's fighting back, and he's going to make a lawsuit or do a lawsuit against that lawyer that made that lawsuit, and they end up had to drop it. Remember, they already dragged on Kanye West and say he's crazy. They don't have no time for him. You understand what I'm saying? And R. Kelly is wherever he is. So mostly nowadays, these days, most of these guys are going to end up going where they're going. There was a different guy that they accused, and then he ended up, I think, gone to some kind of, I don't know if it's Japan or somewhere he's gone. But there's a next music mogul that packed up his bags and gone somewhere else, saying he's doing Tai Chi, this and that and that. I don't remember what his name is. When his name comes to my mind, I will remind you guys. So much of them is going to get caught up in sexual assault situation, whether it's true or not. And the worst part about it, at times, most of these sexual assault, when they're accusing these people you always hear that they're mentioning Trump Towers. But yet still nobody else don't see all of these young girls or all of these people going in and out. But not even sidetracking from that. The thing of what I'm talking about is this. Even look at the Epstein situation. Epstein was trafficking young girls, bringing them on his island to do all kind of things in private jets and all. All of those names that I came and told you guys the other day in a different content, all of those people allegedly was with him and still spoke to him and speak with him after he was accused and charged and convicted for trying to solicit, trying to solicit, trying to get sex from a child. Huh? Sorry, guys, I'm drinking my tea. Okay? You understand? Trying to get sex from a child they claim in court. Basically, look at a child and call her the prostitute. When they were children, they were underage. So when you could be out here. So out here, sitting down here listening, that you hear say, man out here is doing all of this, and you still friend him and know what he was convicted for. And then he got locked up, and his assets still remain with his brother. All of Epstein money didn't really go anywhere. His condo and all of those things that they show where Godfrey went there and said that it's supposed to be burned down, it's still there. The brother owns it. But everybody else's stuff will be taken away. You think Diddy gonna keep all of his stuff after they find him guilty for some of those charges? With the amount of other civil lawsuit that he has, is he gonna keep all of those money that he's going to have? So these are the things that I'm talking about. So if Tyler Perry did all of these things, and Tyler Perry's out here denying all of these things, well, text messages don't lie. Because remember, they say in the Diddy situation, Diddy save all of those tapes to blackmail those people on the tape. And Diddy own tape, own malicious ways, come and slap him right now in his face. Because the feds never had a videotape watching him. It was his own tapes that he saved with all of these kinky shit. All of these Sodom and Gomorrah shit. And that's the same tape that they made the juror watch yesterday. His own video play. Remember they said there's always camera set up everywhere? Or camera hide somewhere? Remember? So at times, your own stuff will come back and bite you in your ass. So if Tyler Perry is denying this, well, the text message she'll tell us. So anytime this finish and play out in court, people, we be out here front news like how I come break it to you now this morning, that Tyler Perry find himself allegedly under 260 million lawsuit of sexual assault and battery. And the guy said when he went to the apartment, when I read it, if you rerun this live, that he held him and choked him by the neck and said, oh, look at you, look at you. Rerun this live, guys. It's good to be on the live at times when I'm speaking. But you see, when you rerun the live, nothing's sweeter than the live because everything comes together, right? It's like a whole thing you're watching, right? Try that. So if you feel bored, just rerun the live. Whatever you miss when you're just coming on, just rerun the live. You understand? Like the live too as well, because at times, if you don't like it, then YouTube really don't send me out there so you guys could know that I'm live, especially if you don't turn on your notification bell. But you see, just because more time I just do this for fun and come speak to you guys at times, sometimes it doesn't really even bother me. I just take it a day at a time because I know I'm spitting content out here, not mix up. So I know that the subscription is slow, your roll. And I know more time it's slow for people to gravitate to me because sometimes people who don't reason, oh, she thinks she know everything. And people who don't reason, oh, she come out here, come teach us. And people who just ignorant for the fact, just kiss them teeth and pass. And the good ones will stay and listen to the content and always come back and watch the content. So I know out here spitting content, it's hard. Okay, I know that. Okay, guys, so I ain't forcing anyone, but you guys have to do the do because I'm out here doing the do and I make sure coming out here to give you guys real content. And on top of it, I'm speaking to you guys and I'm having a conversation with you guys, although you guys really don't talk. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, guys, when you really think about it, Tyler Perry, if he claims he's innocent and these things are not true, then the text message ain't going to lie because the guy said 1 year or more worth of text messages that Tyler Perry keep on asking him what your preference is, telling the guy how he likes men, he did it with men before, allegedly, all of these ish and ash that Tyler Perry go on with himself, sex texting on the cell phone. So what do we always shout to our young men and shout to our children in our home? From them young, whatever you put out there, if you know you can't take it back, don't send it out there. Whatever you know you can take back on a race, you don't put it out there on your phone and send it. So when you think you erase those text messages and erase all of those things, the police has a way to get to those things. Not only that, remember, he grabbed the man by his neck, allegedly. So this can also turn to be criminal. Remember, sexual assault, sexual battery can also turn criminal. Remember Bill Cosby. Remember everybody else will get lined up. Shackle, clunk, clunk. You're my best friend. You're going to be my best friend on the bunk. So remember, this could also turn criminal. Remember the case I came and I spoke to you guys about that guy that I spoke to, and he had his maids, and the maids were from Dominica or whatever, and they had immigration issues and all of that. And I said to you that the lawyer said that he's supposed to be investigated criminally. And 3 weeks later, I said, guys, this man is under criminal investigation. Remember that content that I dropped? Go look at the content, them guys. So this can also turn criminal. Remember, we're dealing with sexual battery and sexual assault. The man is crying. And if Tyler Perry make a move like Diddy and pay out that 260 million or half of that, then they got him good. Remember, good. So I don't know why these black men always pay some money when they claim that they're innocent. From the Michael Jackson days and everybody days, everybody's always paying us some kind of money to go to make these things go away. But sometimes they come back and bite you in your ass. Okay? So if I'm a billionaire, allegedly, knock on wood, and those things, shit, I'm paying you shit. I'm using that money and drag out this whole shit, especially if I know this shit is not true. You understand? Because everybody have the right to be in court. And most of these people are not that busy. Maybe they just sit at home and drink. Did he sit at home and have, sex 5 times for the day they claim? So he has nothing to do. So all of this thing could be dragged out in court. You understand what I'm saying? So these are the things what I'm talking about. So black man is going to be down out here. So now it's a white man allegedly is suing this man for this sexual advances, not even a woman, a man. And all this time we say, Madea, love man. And it's no different than Shanae and all of these men that they put in dress in Hollywood and all of these men that we've been watching. But we never know all this time that it was an agenda. All this time we're watching all of these things, we never know that these things were really agenda, that these people are going to come now called trans. Look how long we've been watching these movies. Shanae, Martin, all of these people dress up like these and didn't realize that no, they're going to call. And then they pretty it up and then they call them drag. And then they move it now and call them transgender, where you could really fully trans to be a woman. Right? They have their own bathroom and everything. No discrimination. I'm just saying, look how far we become. Just saying, guys. Okay? I don't want you guys to think I'm discriminating. I'm just saying, and I'm just shouting it out loud. Okay? So it's disturbing and troubling for me. All right, then? So remember I said to you guys that R. Kelly came out. Let's move on because I'm moving on because I'm sure you guys got to go and I got to run. So let's unpack this even more. Let's finish up our content. So remember I said the other day that R. Kelly lawyer came out and said, hey, they want to kill my client. Whoa, they're going to kill my client. And the person who's hired to do it came and whisper and they shout. So we went down to the prison and we met and we heard that the official of the prison allegedly wants to kill my client. Remember that content that I came and I spilled and I said, ha, ha, he, ha. Look it up, guys. The content are still there. Okay, I hate to retrack and I hate to backtrack the content that I might do already because it's hard for me because I'm trying to pushing and trying to give you guys fresh content all the time. From there, guys, I came and said to you people, the man is overdosed. They overdosed him after that conversation. After the lawyer came out and said they're trying to kill him. They overdosed this man allegedly. Remember, in prison, he can't take his medication on his own. Remember? Remember, these things are locked up. Somebody has to have it. Somebody else. Remember? So how did he overdose on this? So after he overdosed now, guys, they end up putting him in prison confinement. So right now, this man basically on PC range. Ouch. So are they going to let out R. Kelly because allegedly they're trying to kill him? I am not sure. I am going to mute you guys because commercial. Give me a second.
On Friday, allegedly having been overdosed with his own.
1 second, guys. So I have to, when she says her name and do her introduction, I have to mute you guys because remember, I'm watching somebody else's stuff and it's the news and I don't want to get a copyright strike. So when you don't hear it, it's not that I don't know you guys are mute, but some of the introduction I have to beep out to don't get a copyright strike. So start it. Yes, sir.
Outlined an alleged contract on
Okay, so I want to bring it up here before she says her name and introduce who she is. Okay, give me a second.
Alleged client in prison.
Right here. Right here.
Live on this program that someone is trying to kill his client in prison. He even outlined an alleged contract on R. Kelly's head, which makes today's news just a little jarring, to say the least. R. Kelly, real name Robert Kelly, was rushed to the hospital on Friday, allegedly having been overdosed with his own prison medication.
I see.
His attorney, Bo Brindley, joins me live now.
What did I say, people?
Welcome back to the show, Bo.
So, wow, you said it, and then within days, something odd happened. What was it actually that happened on Friday to your client, R. Kelly?
Listen.
Well, it was Thursday evening when he was administered his anxiety and sleeping medication in solitary confinement.
Remember, so he
got the medication on Thursday as usual. He has to have it administered because this is prison and he's in solitary. So he wakes up early Friday morning. He's feeling faint. He sees black spots. He tries to stand. He collapses. He crawls to the door of his cell and loses consciousness.
Jaja.
When they get him on the gurney, the prison officials indicate they want to take him to the medical center there at the facility on site. But that facility was not able to treat him, and they took him off-site to Duke University Hospital, where he was diagnosed with an overdose, having received basically 2 times the necessary dosage and the appropriate dosage of his medication. And then while there, Mr. Kelly outlined his concerns about blood clots.
You're there.
A scan was done by the hospital, and they found blood.
And you guys know that a blood clot could kill you in minutes. Everybody knows that. Remember, that's what happened to the nurse that they end up kept on life support to have that baby that she had the other day. She went in, she was complaining about a headache. When they look, they sent her home with some pain medication. By the time you look, blood clot, the girl was dead. Brain dead. They kept her alive because she was pregnant. You know, the abortion rules and laws that I came and speak to you guys about the other day. I speak about a lot of things over here, you know, guys. It's like maybe you guys are not paying attention, but we cover real life issue stories over here that can happen to you, anybody around you. Could happen to you, including yourself. I want you guys to focus and pay attention when I come live. I don't come live just to give you content. I come live to say, hey guys. I'm basically saying, hey guys, hello. Other things are happening out here. So remember I said earlier, he cannot take his own medication. Has to be a nurse that giving him that medication. Remember, nurses work in jails, prisons, and all. Everywhere, right? So at the end of the day, guys, they gave him twice that medication. Twice that medication now. Oh my. So is there's a lawyer lying that they really want to kill this man? Allegedly, don't mix me. I am just saying, asking the question. Please and thanks.
In both legs and in his lungs, and wanted to do a procedure to address that and keep him in the hospital for 7 days. He was given a treatment plan. Within an hour, officers came in who had custody of Mr. Kelly. And as we are told, they came in with not just handguns at their sides, with actual AR-15 style rifles,
and take him
from the hospital without the procedure, without the surgical intervention that they said he needed. And they returned him to solitary confinement, where he sits today with blood clots in his lungs. Given what happened last week and all the skepticism that it was met with, even here on this show, I noted your skepticism, I understand. But the prison officials then.
So if he died naturally, if he dies by the blood clot, now nobody would be blamed. And when you give him the lethal dose of that overdose medication there, that's what goes on, bro. So the man has blood clot in his leg, blood clot in his... And they were supposed to do an operation as some sort, procedure, and they come in there with guns and everything and take him out of that procedure that they were going to do and say, hey, go back to confinement, you dog. So if you hear that this man died, then remember I did come and warn you guys. If you guys believe that this man could fly, then remember I did come and tell you guys, and I came and shout, guys, the lawyer said, guys, and if anything happened to me, just remember me, they come and shout, guys, I'm out here with the people in business. It's crazy out here. Real crazy out here, guys. So I can't believe days I'm coming to give you guys the story and the content. And here we are today. That possible we're going to hear, I can't believe we could fly, is going to be in a casket, allegedly. Okay, don't quote me now. I am just saying. Okay, let's continue.
Now seem to be removing any doubt that I have that this is real.
See?
And it's happening in real time.
Real time.
And the skepticism, of course, is because the allegation is that it's the Bureau of Prisons, the federal government, trying to kill your client, which I think a lot of people would meet with healthy skepticism. But I guess my next question would be, given this pattern of facts that you just laid out, do you have doctors and medical professionals at Duke that would be willing to testify that they wanted to treat R. Kelly and that the Bureau of Prisons refused that and took him out at gunpoint?
Sources at Duke University Hospital has confirmed for us that Mr. Kelly was there, that Mr. Kelly was forcibly removed, that Mr. Kelly was treated for an overdose, and that there was treatment needed for blood clots. We do have that information. What we are trying to obtain is the medical records that support it. We need the necessary waivers signed by Mr. Kelly, which is not easy as he sits in solitary confinement, but I'm going to see him tomorrow. I'm going to get the executed waivers. I'm going to have those medical records in my hands as soon as possible. But I do have confirmation that what Mr. Kelly's reporting did happen, as extraordinary as it is. And we are fighting very hard.
So what says you, the black community? Did this man do all of these crimes that they gave him an award a couple of days ago? Remember the award that I came and shouted and I said, guys, if this man really did all of these things to these young girls, is it because the young girls were black? Why they came and awarded him the other day now that he was in confinement? Remember they said his music and everything is not going to be played out here. Remember all of his money and everything, he has no savings. Because remember they say he was really dunce. He was write his name on a cake and sing happy birthday and don't know his name was Robert. Remember they say he was literate out of the blue. He's dunce literate. Remember they brought him down and say how illiterate he was. And that's why they robbed most of his money, because man don't really know much. Remember they said that, right? And they gave him an award the other day and I came and shout. Look it up, it's in one of my content. And I said to you guys, if all of these things were really true, all of it, you think they would have gave him an award? Award him about what? Remember you guys claim say he's a pedophile, almost the piper of the black children. Remember we said we all here shouting and nobody don't listen to I Believe I Could Fly and all of that. When that I Believe I Could Fly is in a movie where the basketball, I don't remember that basketball movie where you had Bugs Bunny and all of them. So they took down that movie. You can't find that movie if you look it up now. That movie, that song was playing in the background. If you go look up that, I'm going to look up that movie later on when I jump off of this. I'm going to see if that movie is still up. Because if that movie is still up and you could play that movie and his song is still playing, then he's supposed to be getting all of that royalties, all of that money. But all of that money is going to all of his victims, except him. And remember, he said he wanted to appeal. And remember, he doesn't have no money to appeal because they said that he went to prison broke, as in the word broke. They robbed him blind. So out of everybody else that went down for rape and all and came out back in jail and in jail, he deserved to be poisoned and killed off and overdose off? Really? Oh, the black community, we have problems. Oh my. But we're not surprised. You know why we're not surprised? Because we know some kind of crazy nonsense goes on in the prison system. And we know at the end of the day, at times, in the prison system, when you think about it, like I told you guys and I said to you guys in the prison system where you have, let me see if I could find some things in my phone, quick and fast, okay? So we know in the prison system that, actually, let me just use this. I think it would maybe be faster. So things that are made in our prison. Make we go back over this one more time, all right? 11 products you might not realize that made in products. So we're just going to go over the easy ones, if we can find the easy ones, okay? Just the easy ones. And kiss my teeth and pass, all right? We know nowadays days that prison supposed to curb some of these criminals. But we know most of the time it makes them worse because they cannot come back in society and be normal. And we know this, all right? We know all of these things. Sometimes it makes people come out and be good and this and that, and sometimes it makes them worse. All right, guys? So we want to start. You see all of these things that we're out here doing and wearing and don't know? We want to start with the luxury them first. Those are made in prison. Those are made in prison. Okay? Canoes are made in prison. 1 second, let me take off the screen. 1 second. Give me a second. Canoes are made in prison. Military jackets and stuff are made in prison. Baseball hats are made in prison. Blue jeans are made in prison. McDonald's uniforms are made in prison. Dentures. Okay. Park furniture. Okay. Caskets. And the list go on. So when the guns them are out here, and casket and all of those things are being made in prison, now I see why the black community and guns and casket make hands and hands. Let me shout. In the black community, no matter how poor a black mom is, most of the time she will find that money to bury her son, and at times she can't find that money to make her son go to school to find a trade, or to even start a business, or most likely even to buy his first car. But at times when destruction struck, the black mom reap and creep to find a casket money to bury her son. So let me shout again. In the black community, we go to more funeral than how we go to weddings and graduations. Am I lying? So it's a cycle, in other words, people. So when you know that even casket is made in prison, and when you look in the black community, the mass people who are dying nowadays days is a black community by the rate of guns. And we don't make guns. We don't make guns. Most of us don't teach our children when they're young to go shoot cans in the wilderness and go shoot deer and bears and all of that. It's most likely that people that don't look like us teach their children from their young to go shoot squirrel and bears and all of those kind of things. But what do we do in the black community with our kids? Some of us make our children play with water guns. So we shout, making our children play with a cowboy and Indians. And when they get bigger times, they end up with those guns. And the guns end up making them end up in the casket. And where does the casket build? In prison. And who are the mass people that are locked up in prison? The black folks. So remember, majority of these money that they take from you when you get your ass in trouble goes back to the court system and goes back to some of these victims. So the government never pays nothing out of their pocket. All of these monies that they're going to do bad with, and they claim it's bad money, and they take it from you, and they hold it and say you can't get it back, and blah, 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 and all your things. It goes even into action. Police will take your car that you stole or take someone's car, and they end up in police action. You can go and buy that car if you know someone that goes to the police action. Enough of these things that are taken from people off the street that they claim says do by crime is go out there and sell by in action. So it's a cycle, black folks. So these are the things what I'm talking about. So when I see in jail and all of these things, that these things occur every time in jail, where some people end up dead, some people end up overdose in jail, and all of these things, I am not surprised with the R. Kelly situation, because right now, even right now, a lot of people have trouble when it comes to even prison. A lot of people, because prison is a money, as a business, and prison was always out here to make their money. So all kind of people are going to be locked up in it. But a lot of times people volunteer to end up in those things because they're out here doing crime. So we're not saying that R. Kelly is innocent. I'm sure not. I'm sure he did some of those things, but not all of those things, because you have to lock up the rest of those people that was helping him doing all of those things. You have to lock up most of those people that was helping him doing those things, but they only got him only. What about the rest of the people that was helping those girls come there? Remember, he's only one person. He can't be at 10 different places at one time. So somebody had to be chauffeuring those girls, bringing those girls. Remember, they claimed that they even had an Obia woman that was collecting all urine. She never get locked up either for over there practicing Obia, voodoo, black magic, all of those things. So it's not everything that we hear out here, people, we believe. So if they're really trying to kill him allegedly, then there's a bigger picture. Then you have to look at most of the things that they accuse him of. Then make it make sense for me. Then you have to look at most of these things that they accuse him of then and said, oh, then maybe some of these things are true, but not all of it. Come on now. Okay? So is it ironic that days the lawyer come and say they're trying to kill him and now they overdose the man? The man cannot take the medication on his own. And when he ended up at the hospital, he had blood clot in his foot, and had blood clot all over, they claim. And I'm just being sarcastic, right? And then he's supposed to do a procedure because of the blood clot, and they came in there like a gang with big guns. Come on, let's go, Robert. You're gonna go back to confinement. Remember, he's supposed to do a procedure. Remember, if you go to prison or every of that sort, you have a right to medical situations. Remember? You're supposed to get some medical care. You can't violate the man's right and say he can't get no medical care. Isn't that one of those things why even the Vibes Cartel came up because of his medical? So everybody has right of medical, whether he's a sexual predator, whether he's a murderer, allegedly, whatever, they still have a right to medical. So me just have to kiss my teeth and pass. Even if they had to make that man get his procedure and stand up over him because, police go stand there, right there and go guard him. But I guess they never wanted to waste taxpayers' money on the dog. R. Kelly, that's what they called him. But there's people out here, like the old man that I brought up the other day, and he was been sexually assaulting so many girls from the longest time, allegedly. And when it was time for him to go to court, they said, oh, sorry, I have Parkinson's disease, I can't come. Remember that story that I dropped a couple of days ago? So you have people out here that are billionaire, rape and molest and get away with it. You have even that boy who bust shot after Elon Musk. Remember Elon Musk's father had baby with his stepdaughter. And remember he was growing that child and grooming. Hey, I'll come back another day with that topic. Remember he has a child with his stepdaughter that he been growing from a child until now. Yuck. Remember back in then he was accused of molesting and raping, allegedly. Don't mix me. I'm going to come packing another day with all of that. Because when I shout some things, you guys think I'm joking. You understand? But just remember it's all allegedly. So don't mix me. Because they're all allegation now. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm going to come full pledge, full packing with the people them business some other day. You understand? Running on, moving on, kiss me teeth and pass. Let's unpack let's unpack some other stuff because I gotta run, guys, okay? Wednesday already, boy. We're in the middle of the week. My God, thank you, Almighty God, that we're still out here and we still could have a conversation and I still can come and spit some content to you guys, right? In life, when you have no sickness, you don't have any issue, you don't have any problem health-wise, you have to say thank God because at the end of the day, other people out here can't even eat without someone helping them. Some people can't even go to the bathroom without somebody assisting them. Okay, some people rich, and never walk, can't do nothing. So when you have life, health, and strength, you better be grateful. I got to shout, okay? Moving on, running on with this content, guys. Let me see now. So where we at? Where we at, people? Where we at? Where we at? Actually, let me unpack everything else in the phone and call it a day. That's almost 60 minutes my time, so I was trying to give you guys an hour. Let's unpack. All right. So now, let's get in here. So we want big up. Let's go to sports. Iverson. This man, they claim say this man is an idiot. This man don't know what he's doing. This man, blah, blah, blah. Did you guys know that Iverson had some kind of savings that when he turned 50, he can get access to 50 million? Did you guys hear that? He had a saving that he set up when he got to 25, he can get this money. And then he has a savings that when he gets to 50, he has access to $50 million. What a smart cookie. So although when me now play ball and nothing now going for me, I set up a savings fund. When I reach 50, I get 50 million. Let me shake his hand. Let me nod my head. Let me give him a round of applause. Who was smart enough to do that? Oh my. Kiss with teeth and pass. Good luck. I should shout. Running on, people running on. Now we want to talk about this. Let's jump in and talk about politics. 1 second, y'all. Drake is in his feelings, guys. And Drake, because I'm running with the topic, so I have to spit them as they come, okay? So Drake is in his feelings, yeah? This is a NDP leader, Jasmine Singh. He goes through so much discrimination, even running to be a prime minister and all of that. Go back to here. This man is a prominent lawyer. Rihanna in the past did big him up and shout him out. Loud, 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 loud. This man is the one that pushed the government to do certain things in the past and all of that. He did a lot, I could say, yes? There's also that they had a hit on his head the other day from the Indian situation that I came and shared with you guys in the past, that they killed a Indian man in a place, and it was coming from one of the Indian government allegedly, all of that. I'll come and unpack all of that another day. I'm just saying those things because don't think I'm saying those things for fun. I will come back with all of those things, all right? Remember, we're doing content. We're not doing gimmicks. We're not doing lies. We're not doing makeup. We're not doing what people say. We're doing like what is really out here, okay? Anyhow, anywho, this man decided that he went to Kendrick Lamar concert, okay? Now, our prime minister went to the Taylor Swift concert the other day, the big prime minister, and he was right there knowing that people out here was hungry, knowing that people out here was homeless, knowing that all the shit that he done came out in blackface, came out in the biggest federal lawsuit of the black people, so that there being discrimination in federal government job, all of them things that he came under fire under, and he went to Taylor Swift concert. I didn't hear Drake call out the prime minister. Prime minister, what are you doing at Taylor Swift concert? Taylor Swift never include allegedly everybody in her concert, because when anybody else wanted her ticket, like Mary J. Blige, you couldn't go on Ticketmaster and find those tickets. And when the ticket was out here selling, the ticket were 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 and up. Don't believe me, go look it up. Till white folks came out here, 2 white ladies end up getting locked up for 250,000 fraud and over, because their out here was selling tickets like nothing. We never had access to the ticket. We never had access to the ticket. I couldn't look at that ticket and say, okay, Mary J. Blige, let me buy the ticket now. And we never had access to that ticket. So what if you went to Kendrick Lamar concert? Isn't Kendrick Lamar a star just like Taylor Swift? The only difference that Kendrick Lamar is a hip hop guy and Taylor Swift is country and Taylor Swift is a white blonde girl. What is the difference? And he is NDP, one of the MP, the leader of his group or whatever he is. So why should he not go out? See, if the prime minister of the country can go to Taylor Swift concert, why can he not go to Kendrick Lamar concert? What's the problem, Drake? Is it because you guys were always out here shouting, cussing, and carrying on? So what? This is what I'm talking about. This is what you talk allegedly called gatekeeping. Because if the prime minister can go to Taylor Swift concert, why shouldn't the leader of the NDP, that's lower than the prime minister, go to Kendrick Lamar concert? What are you calling out the man for? And then the man had to come out and apologize. Is it because he's a minority and is an Indian man? And because you mix, you feel like say you have the power of what? What is the difference? Because you're beefing with Kendrick Lamar? Okay then, so what if the people them say because you're out here running with so-called somebody where not too long beat a murder charge and they could easily come and shout that you're running with gangbangers, allegedly. They could also shout that as well. You understand what I'm saying? So these are the things that I'm talking about. Stop gatekeeping, brother. Let Kendrick Lamar come over, come run this and bun. This is just because I was busy and I couldn't even go because I was working. If not, I would maybe possibly would be at this concert too. They're not like, I like that song. For even that one song, I would have went. So it's okay for everybody to come to your concert. It's okay for the prime minister to go to Taylor Swift concert. Not too long, and I could pull up that picture. Let me see if I can find it. I'm not joking with you guys, eh? Remember, let me see if I could find it, people, because I'm not joking. Okay? I am not joking. Remember that prime minister had to step down because we're tired of him now. Remember? He had to step down, right? Okay. Remember, he was at front seat while people out here hungry. Prime Minister at the Taylor Swift concert. Let me show you right here now. Hold on. Come now. Please and thank you. Where is it? Make me pull it up. Please and thanks. I'm going to meet you guys. Remember, the Prime Minister were there, guys. The Prime Minister was there at Taylor Swift concert. So if could have been at Taylor Swift concert, then Kendrick Lamar concert, any other MP or MPP, they're allowed to go to the concert as well. He's just in his feelings because he has a problem with Kendrick Lamar, and Kendrick Lamar basically come and sing out his heart in the 6, and he claims that he run the 6. That's why he's mad. Come on now. Who the hell you think you are, man? Tired of you now. You got a easy way out. Because you're mixed. Remember? Remember, you got an easy way out. And they said that your mom has that background of what Kanye West out here shouting and don't want to control the world. And then you at the time you have white added to it. So you don't have the struggles that what we do. Okay? Come on now. So you need to stop the madness. So from that person, like I'd never watch a Drake concert. I never go. I don't bother with Drake himself. Because when you grow up too privileged and you don't know yourself at times, I don't bother. And remember, Sir Drake did find himself in blackface too, like Justin Trudeau. Don't forget. And then they call him out in the past. You're a mixed person and your mom never teaches a school teacher that you shouldn't come out here and wear blackface because it's disrespect and racism to the black folks that you're half of. That makes sense to me. So, man, hey. Listen, man, they said the mixed race is the new black. Is it? I am not sure. Kiss me teeth and pass, no discrimination. Anyways, guys, let's unpack. Let's go here, okay? Actually, well, I'll go on here. So now I can't even see nothing on my screen. Can I? No. All right, 1 second. Yeah, now I can't see anything on my screen for some reason. I don't know why. But anyways, let me go here and put back the face on. Okay, guys, so all of them things, right? And even now, guys, there's a big lawsuit now in one of the jails now that they're crying that the inmates are being discriminated against and the inmates are going through a lot. So even right now, there's a big lawsuit. So there's a lot of things that are happening in jails that people are not surprised. But the R. Kelly situation, like I said to you guys, I am not surprised either that these things are happening. And if these things are true, then it's a sad day that they want to kill off the man just like that. Therefore, that this man know a lot that we don't know. And there's something that the man know that they don't want us to know. The way I could see it. Because why overdose the man when the man can take his medication on his own? R. Kelly can't take his medication on his own, right? You have to give him that medication. So it's kind of sad to know. Sooner or later, we're possibly going to hear so that man end up dying in prison for blood clot. Maybe that's the story that they're trying to write. Who knows? Because if somebody had blood clot and you tell him to go back to prison in confinement, then I don't know what you're saying. But what can I say, you all? So that's the story that I had to bring to you guys today. R. Kelly seems like he's in hot water and all of those kind of things. And I don't know what else to tell you guys at all of that. Okay? Not only that, what else? 1 second. So let me find that part for you. So yes, so he ended up apologized, guys, for him going to the Taylor Swift concert. And I don't know why this man is apologizing. Like I told you guys, because, see, let me try to take this off for you guys and show you guys a minute. 1 second, see? So he even come and apologize that he went to the concert, which I don't even know why. Why? Who cares about you, Drake? Anybody's allowed to go to anybody's concert. The only difference between Taylor Swift is that he's a man. He's in hip-hop. Taylor Swift is country. Prime Minister went to her concert. So why can't anybody go to Kendrick Lamar concert? The only reason I think you're in your feelings is because you and him is in a feud. Okay? So high-profile feud, Drake, end up beating this poor man. You understand what I'm saying? Saying that the man had to come out and apologize. The Jasmine Singh had to come and apologize for going to a concert. Who apologized to go to a concert? Is this man in prison? So let's unpack this quick and fast, guys. Okay?
Beef with Drake exploded over the last year. But now Singh says...
Wait.
Former NDP leader Jagmeet Singh issuing a public mea culpa for attending Kendrick Lamar's concert in Drake's hometown of Toronto. Singh said that he was there to see SZA, who co-headlined the show, and not Lamar, whose very public beef with Drake exploded over the last year. But now Singh says he shouldn't have gone at all. And for him, it will always be Drake over Kendrick. Earlier, Drake shared an Instagram message to Singh saying that he called him a goof.
So you're calling the leader of the NDP party a goof. You're so big and big that you have no manners for the politician. You have no manners. And then he should come apologize to you because of what? Oh, so I could never like people like you. You're not too privileged, brother. Too privileged. You should be the other way around. You should have some respect for him, because I'm telling you, he pushed that prime minister to do a lot of things out here while people were suffering out here and hungry. To be honest, okay, while the prime minister didn't give a shit. The other day, even the prime minister was telling lots of people not to go to Jamaica, and when you look, he was in Jamaica. In the same thing while they're ordering stay away from Jamaica the other day. So give me a break. You understand? And all this time we never even hear you call out the prime minister for even wearing blackface that you got caught in the past. So we gotta be careful what we're doing. Are we preaching right? Are we preaching equal? Like, are we preaching fairness? Or we're just preaching stuff because we're privileged and we feel like say we could do what we want? Like, this is crazy to me. But anyways, people, I'm gonna jump off of this live. Right now on my screen, I can't give you guys anything in my screen, so I'm just gonna leave this live how it is. Thank you for stopping by, guys, and I catch you guys another day with a content or two. Happy birthday to those who's having a happy birthday. Big up for those who always come and stop by, and a big respect for those who always wait patiently. I appreciate you, and I catch you guys another time with a better content or a greater content or moreover a content, okay, overall. Okay, guys, peace and love.